Hello. Hello. How are ya? How are ya? Hey, can y'all, you know what? Am I on Watch Tribe? Ooh, did I send the wrong? Wait a minute. I said I was coming on Watch Tribe to do some hours. Did I do the wrong one? Am I in the wrong? Wait a minute, y'all. Let me make sure that. What is the. Oh, Lord. Okay, I need some hours, right? So I don't understand. Oh, okay. But you know what? This one also too. Let me go in here. Oops. Let me see if I could get in here as well. And I need to give. I don't have any wrenches. Y'all don't have any wrenches over here. So let me go in here. What's up, y'all? What's going on? I need some hours. And I'm like, not only need some hours too, but like I noticed my name was inside of a, and I kept saying, hey, I keep telling people, hey, they done told me 50,000 times they was gonna take my name and stuff. Let me see. How come I can't? Okay, there's a problem. How come I cannot? Is there another way that I can do wrenches? That's all I want to know. Oh, okay, baby. Can hear me. Let's do some intro, y'all. Let's go. Keep that nigga. Keep that nigga. Let's go. Okay, let me go into YouTube studio. Hey, salute y'all. For your ex, you can keep that nigga. Okay, let me see. Sit up here and try to figure out what in the heck is going on. But anyway, y'all, what's up? What's up? Let's talk about a couple of things, right? So let me tell you, this weirdo girl, because I'm not going to bash her because I know she got some things. So I'm not really going to bash her or drag her because she's got some issues going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do her like I would originally do anybody else because she keeps just calling me and like crying and stuff and talking about how much she loved me and please this and she's calling me and telling me how like it's weird because she keeps calling me and like telling me, please, like, wait, what are you doing, girl? Like, you got to get it together. But maybe I might play some of that, right? To where she's calling and constantly just begging me, on some really weird stuff. And it's like when you have somebody like Trey's going after somebody, that's really weird. And y'all know I'm sleepy as well. And I don't get what the heck. You know what? I'm going to tell you guys this YouTube studio is crazy. But look, let me go ahead and go in here and I'm going to do my intro and then let's get it. Let's have some fun, y'all. Okay, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? I don't get this, so I'm going to call Roast crazy ass because I don't understand why I can't. It's not even anywhere in there. Huh? Um, yeah, baby. Hold on. Just let me know, baby, if not. So I don't understand. Um, can one of you guys call him in either the Discord or call him in there and tell him how come I can't give out any wrenches and why is it not connected in the first place? I even went inside of what you call and I can't even get any wrenches and I don't even see it in the YouTube studio. So it's not even, I can't even see the YouTube studio for Watch Tribe. So that's kind of weird to me. But anyway, y'all, what's going on? I am sleepy, but I had to laugh at a couple of things and at a couple of people and stuff. And I had been Toya, I had told her, she done told me a million times she finna take the video down. I said, why do you even have the video up? I didn't understand and was confused. She said, well, I was doing a video of like a basic I apologize video, and I told her a million times, why are you doing an apology video You don't even need to do an apology video. And I'm telling her, why do you have my name in the title and everything? And you didn't do an apology video. Yes, sweetheart. Well, I tell you, my son, because it's Friday night, he thinks that we should be able to have snacks, y'all, every Friday night and stuff. But what's so funny about this whole thing, right, is like nobody's done anything to this weirdo, right? So she is over here, but help this lady, right? This lady called me 2 years ago, maybe 2, 3 years ago. And she was talking about she had had a stroke and stuff, and nobody talked to her. Nobody, would mess with her. So I knew something was going on with her. I just couldn't put my finger on it, right? So, me being the kind-hearted person, I didn't understand what was wrong with the lady. So I just talked to her for like months. Hold on, y'all. Talked to her for months, and she had like these really crazy stories. So I had knew, something was going on with her. And thank you, sweetheart. And something was wrong, but y'all know I'm not going, dog her out. So everybody has been trying to have her back because, oh no, these lives are good. And the reason why is because we know that she's going through some things and she's got some issues and stuff. So when I was telling Trey, like, leave her alone and stuff, because I know she goes through some stuff and she's on like medication. So what it is, it's like calling the Adult Protective Services, right? So like you, this attorney, right? And you're playing mind games with a person that is certified, right? So not only is that, wait, hold on, baby. Not only is that illegal, but that is predatory. You cannot prey on somebody that you know is certified mentally ill, and you're sitting up there preying on that person. That's why we had been going around protecting her, right? Because of the simple fact that we know that she has issues. So for you, as a grown man, go to play with this woman that is got some mental problems and some mental issues, and then try to twist it around and play games with her mind, you're wrong for that. So when you want to talk about predators and predatorial stuff, like, you shouldn't do that. And she's mentally ill and she's got some issues. And then you're over there talking about her and saying that she's, here, can you give that, like, mommy said, hold on 1 second, you guys. And then I send you the pictures. Then you're sitting up there talking about, she's a catfish. She's, ugly and this and that. You've already messed her up completely by, lying to this girl and messed up. And you know that your wife is a psychiatrist. So, like, you don't prey on people with mental problems and mental issues. And you don't do that. And maybe it might be funny to you, but there is like some places and some like adult protective services and things like that. That's something that you just don't do at all to people, and you know that they have mental problems. And I actually just came up here, you guys, just to do some hours and everything, because I was just sitting up here thinking, like, when you don't mean somebody, well, hey, Miss Red, hey, Vanessa, hey, my lady TT and everything, and TT and them, they have been having this person's back for years. And I told you this person called me like years ago, saying I had a stroke, and she would cry and talk about things, and this was going on for years. So for you to take advantage of this woman mentally, not only is it like illegal to do a person like that, and you know that this person has issues and stuff, and then you're going to go lie to the person and try to tell the person that I said that, but I have receipts, you have no receipts. Like, you don't do and say stuff like that, because we can go through the receipts because we got them here, but you don't. I'm sitting up here saying leave the lady alone because you don't mean well. So after you're done, thank you, sweetheart. Playing no, look, you can't just be getting snacks like in the middle of the night because you want to be up playing video games. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, love you, baby. So that needs to be like checked into really serious. And then what it is this girl believes, you know, that type of stuff, that somebody is really trying to be with her, marry her, and weird stuff like that. And they believe that type of stuff. So what happens when they figure out that that's not going to happen and everything? And it may be funny and everything to people, but when you have somebody that's invested in that, you don't do that. And this person is calling me, saying, I love you and I'm jealous. And they call every day talking about how jealous they are and stuff, and how I'm not giving them no time, and telling me everything that's even being said on your part. You know what I'm saying? And you don't play with people. God don't like ugly, and that's illegal to sit up there and do something like that. That's not cool at all. Where's Rose? Tell Rose, yeah, I mean, it's a sad situation. And what happens now, they had a support team of people. And this person didn't give a fuck that had a support team of people and led them down the wrong way. I can even let you like hear some of this stuff. It's just crazy. And just calling me and calling me. And I'm like, the heck is going on? Like, and I'm not even gonna take the person's wrench or, allow the person, like, they're weird. And they're saying, hey, I'm jealous. Why did that person do this and that? But let's listen to a little bit. Are you sure you okay? I gotta check on him. Because I'm trying to figure out, how did you go from like being jealous and knowing you first? I'm trying to figure out. Are you upset because you felt that I was giving the girls more time? Is that what you're upset about? And I told you that, Dynamite. But why would you be upset when I give you guys all the same amount of time? No, you don't. No, you do not. No, you do not. Okay, no, so you don't think I give you the same amount of time as the other girls? No, ma'am, you do not. But why would you be upset because I asked Shank to drop... Wait a minute. Because I asked Shank to drop her link, TT's link, because she was on the panel. Why would you be upset about that? Why would you be jealous of that? And it's not a jealousy thing, but I thought that we were all together. So but you weren't on the panel. I know that you listen. You asked me. I was quiet when you asked me. I know that I'm gonna let her talk a little bit more because this is sad. So you think that I care more about them? Okay, you know that we're grown, right? But you're saying that, oh, I love you, not on my watch, and I knew you first. Right. But you do know that when you came... just because you know somebody first doesn't mean that you should just be like getting rid of everybody else and just giving that person, they time. She wants me to get rid and not speak to the rest of the team. And I don't think that's fair at all. I don't have no problem with giving somebody time, but I'm not going to get rid of our whole team for her. And it's starting to seem like it's always like this, like a stalker's type thing. And do you know the other girls, they don't call me at home. They don't call me, on my phone and stuff like that. Like she's the only one. She even called my son. I had my son's number one time for an emergency. And she even started calling my son. And I was like, yo. So now she's upset and feels that I give more time to the rest of it. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Oh, that's nothing.
Came to me about Wicked and you said you had a stroke. I didn't even know who you were. And I sat on the phone and listened to you every night. And I had no idea who you were.
Exactly.
So if I had no idea who you were and I sat on the phone and listened to you every day, that doesn't show that that's
I'm talking about now. I get
but why are you jealous of it?
Let me tell y'all what happened a couple of years ago, right? So, like I said, she came to my page. She was talking about Wicked. She said she had a stroke and everything. So, I felt bad for her and she just wanted somebody to talk to. So, I was just talking to her because I, knew she was going through something mentally and nobody was there for her. So, I talked to the woman for months, like every day, just regular chit chat. Come to find out, she never had a stroke, that was a lie and everything. And I didn't have no problem with speaking and talking to her at all. I really didn't. But the elaborate, lies and stuff that she came with and everything, it was just a little odd to me. But I didn't say anything. And I, left it at that and still, was chill and cool with her. And then it just started getting worse and crazier until she started getting, I felt like, a little obsessed. Let's go, I'll play a little more.
And feel that I like them more.
That's what you do, Anna.
But so I haven't. But listen, when Wicked said she was gonna ride,
I don't want to talk about Wicked too much.
She talked about you. I put myself out there. I went in.
Why are you jealous?
Hurry up.
Why are you jealous?
This man stole my burger.
More time.
No.
Because that's what you do.
So you're upset.
So she's mad and upset because that's okay. That's fine. That's fine, sweetheart. So she's mad. Oh no. Bye. You're crazy. So mad and upset that she feels that I'm giving more time to them. But it's like, that's weird because I'm just not one person to where I can just give you all the time. So I'm hoping that, can help her out. And then she just calling people's house in the middle of the night. And I'm on the phone with her yesterday talking. She over there calling Trey in the middle of the night. Don't she know that, like, that's a married man and stuff? And then she starts talking about, you're mad because I'm with him. And I'm like, girl, this is the internet, right? So he done sat up there and played with this woman's mind in her brain. And this lady Sirius is, she's certified and everything. And I don't think that that's right because that is illegal. And you're sitting up there being an attorney messing with this lady's mind like that, knowing that this lady calls me every single night and talks with me because I try to help her out and give her somebody to talk to. And you can't do that for her, but let's go.
Because you feel that I give the girls more time than you.
No, I just feel like you don't like me.
Okay, but you have my house phone. You call my son.
We're grown.
His number, right? You call my phone. You know that they don't call me, right?
Yes.
When my baby daddy was here, and I said, my baby daddy's here, and you said, well, can you have your baby daddy wait, because I need to talk to you, it's an emergency. And I said, okay, I'm going to give you that time.
So y'all have to understand too, right? So she's calling my home number and things, my cell number. And I said, Toya, like, my baby daddy is here, and some, the weekends we've been together. And she said, can you ask him to just wait? Because I really need to talk to you. It's really important. So I told, my baby daddy, just give me a minute. Let me, try to talk with her, because, she goes through it. What did I do? Told my baby daddy, just give me a little bit of time. And usually the weekends, if he's not working, is for him and for him only. So I went on ahead and did that, because I know that she needs people to talk to, and a lot of people don't talk to her or don't want to talk to her. So, like, it was weird, because, like, how you going to come in and demand and be like, oh, well, you're, baby daddy, you're going to have to wait, like, being demanding. But I really tried, because I was feeling sorry for her and trying to help her, because it's like she doesn't have, like, anybody. And that's what I'm saying. When I was saying, let that woman be, I know what's really going on with that lady. And to play with somebody's mind like that's not right at all. You don't play with people's mind like that, and you know that they have some mental issues going on. But her main thing was she does not want me talking to the other team and just wants me to deal with her. So she's telling me this every day, not even on this call, but every day.
And I gave it to you.
Right.
So if I'm giving you time,
listen,
that sounds
listen.
weird to me.
Listen, this is the whole thing. I'm so tired of people making it look like that I am a dumb ass person. I'm very smart and very intelligent. I might act dumb because I want people to see what Toya actually is. I'm not dumb by a long shot, baby.
Okay.
Like, I can do anything on a billboard.
So I know, but I said that. So basically, I said that if there's any questions, you need to ask me. Don't ask my mods, because.
Let me tell you what happened, Miss Red. What's going on is, right, they were sitting up there. Well, one person was asking my mods, question and trying to get stuff out of my mods and playing with my mods, brain, saying, oh, they're grown, they're this, they're that. But they don't know the history of what she has going on, mentally and everything, and how we kind of try to protect her. So this person's like, oh, she's grown and do this and, do stuff behind the back, and knowing that person, you know what I mean, is playing mind games and running a play on her and making her think certain things that aren't really true or aren't really going to happen. So you don't play mind games with a person that suffers from mental illness and is on medication, and you have them thinking one thing. Girl, she's going around here telling people that, oh, I took her man, and she's upset about that. But are you going to be able to talk to that girl in the middle of the night, all night, when she has her breakdowns, when she's over there getting abused and everything? Are you going to sit up there and help this woman? No. And what she did is TT right here. TT right here has been there for her for years and years. Perp been there for years. Sarah been there for years. Like I said, she used to call me. I didn't even know the woman. I would just talk to her, every night because she would call me and I'd just be there to listen to her. And then she goes and she's like, right now, she's like thinking that she's play running back and forth. But the problem is that we already know like what's going on, but she doesn't understand when she's like, oh, I'm smart, I'm this, I'm that. And then you have a person, an attorney Trey, that thinks that it's funny, but what's going to happen when she take her own life, because he's not going to be there for her. Who's going to be there to help this woman? Who's going to be here to help this woman? Because this woman is still calling and a lot of stuff is being going on and a lot of stuff is being said. So you're playing games. You don't do that as a citizen. You're supposed to serve and protect. You're not serving and protecting anything in the line of work you're in. What you're doing is you're putting this lady at risk and you're selling this lady dreams, and you've taken away her security system that was helping her. And I'm going to show the messages on how we were helping this woman and how I told him, don't do this lady like that. He's like, oh, well, she's grown. She may be grown, but there's a lot of things going on. But let's go.
You had known that Cam never said out of his mouth that he was with a 14-year-old. You do know that you can't go around and say that.
That's where you're getting it wrong at, baby.
Okay.
That's why I keep trying to
I'm
let
listening
you know.
to you. What did I get wrong?
I promise you, it did not come out of your mouth at all.
Right. And it didn't come out of Cam's mouth either.
Listen, yes, he did.
So she's saying that this came out of Cam's mouth and it didn't. So Trey has convinced this woman to keep saying that came out of, and it didn't. It never came out of. What it said was the girl said about 10 years ago they were drunk. He never said 14 years old. It never came out of her mouth. That's why I said don't ask Lamont any question, because now what they're doing is they're lying. It never, ever came out. Never came out. But she's so convinced because she thinks that this is a game and people really care about her, but she's mentally unstable. And like I said, she's, now her support system is gone.
I'm telling you, it did.
No, the girl said for 10 years
Oh my God.
she knows him.
Watch. Okay, you said you were going to be.
I'm listening, but you're saying that I like the girls more than I like you.
When
And we're grown adults. That's weird.
When I said what I said, he never your.
That's a bit stalkerish, don't you think, though? I feel like you're stalking me.
There were nowhere involved in that. So why you inserted yourself in it?
Now listen to her. Listen to her. Listen to her. She says, I inserted myself, right? But the thing is Trey had said, oh, you can verify what was being said. That never came out of Cam's mouth. So she's saying, how do you insert yourself when you're asking questions about me? He should have left this lady alone because she was fine just being a mod, just doing her thing. And now all her 9 people, right? 9 people in here that she had her support system are no longer her support system anymore. They're no longer a support system. And it's sad, right? Because she's calling me constantly, but she's snaked me. She's lied to me. And I've been helping this lady for years. I've allowed this lady to call my house and talk to her on the phone and everything for years. I asked this lady to take videos down. She's making videos for nothing. And he's just using her. He's supposed to protect that. So we gotta, like, people with mental health, you don't play with them like that. And this lady has been through a whole lot. And then is constantly lying to this lady with no receipts.
To clarify, not on my watch, right?
No, it was never you.
But you asked me. But I inserted myself. But weren't you telling me to go live on Wicked every day because of what she said about your son? You didn't have a problem when I was going off.
Now you got to remember, Wicked said that she was going to do this and do that to the son, right? Do this and we're going to do that to the son and, blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. And I said, that's wrong. I'm going to protect her. You don't say that about a child and everything. So what did I do, you guys? I went on ahead and put out what was said. So she didn't have no problem with me protecting her when she needed help.
I know, but why were you telling me to go live on Wicked for what she said to your son?
I went to Cooling and cussed Wicked ass out.
I know, but you didn't have any problem with me dragging Wicked when she said she was going to fuck your son in front of you.
Not much. What is the problem, man?
The problem is that you are telling me that I give the girls more attention and more time, and you feel jealous about that I don't give you the same time and attention.
I'm the one that sit up there and, I'm irrelevant. That's the way that I feel. I'm irrelevant. And I was with you and been knowing you way before any of them. I'm irrelevant.
But you came to me, right? You came to me, and I didn't know you. And I talked to you on the phone. Listen to what
like, she's saying that she's irrelevant, but she was a team member of ours, and not just a team member of ours. You got to remember, she's in the other sector. I didn't understand and know why the people in the other sector, did not fool with her and know the whole story, but I felt bad for her. And it don't matter if a person is in a certain situation. You don't take them out of that situation and play with their head because you're trying to run a play or you're trying to get information. So you don't mess with people that has the certain type of issues that she has for your personal benefit. And you think that that's fun to do that. And your wife is into mental health. So if you told your wife mental health that you took this woman away from her whole support system and everything, and you're lying to this woman and making this woman think certain things, and that's not true for your personal benefits. And if something happens to this lady, because she has thought about, to me before taking her own life, and you think that's funny, it's not at all.
I'm saying, I talk to you on the phone every hurting, and you needed somebody to talk to, right?
Right.
So I had no problem giving you the time, and I had no idea who you were. So now we have other team members in there, and you feel that I should be giving you more time.
But I feel is that y'all think that I'm dumb, stupid, retarded.
No, that's not it. You told me you were jealous. Let's be honest.
Nobody thinks she's dumb. Nobody thinks she's stupid. She just has a few little issues, and that's why she needs to stay on her mental health, and that's why she needs to continue to take her medicine, and people should not be playing with her mental health. You don't do that. And you know that Perp and even Melanated, even was having a conversation with her. She even asked Melanated, can you please help me? And she just really don't know Melanated, and Melanated's been, talking with her, trying to stick up for her on the phone in certain situations. Why would somebody take away this lady like Just TT and Perp? And these are these ladies that they known for years. For years. Why would you do that? And you don't know anything about this whole lady's mental health and what's going on. But because you want to run plays and play with this woman, that's not cool.
You said you were jealous.
Y'all make me feel like that I'm retarded.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about you said that you feel jealous and I'm not giving you enough time.
Yes, I did.
But why would you feel that I'm not giving you any time?
You and I, we talk all the time.
But why aren't you going live? So we could have all been there. Why haven't you been pressing your button? You said you were going to do 3 stories. How come you haven't pressed your button and went live so we could support you? You can't be jealous because I asked Shank to drop her link. Were you on the panel?
Now, this is the thing, right? She's mad because her link got dropped somewhere else. But we've been telling her, go live so we can support you. Go live so we can support you. Now, when she went live on the cupcake situation, right? She was very nervous, very scared, didn't think that she can do it. So I went up there and supported her, because she was nervous, pretty scared. She did all that. So what I did is I went and sat on the panel with her and said, you're going to be okay, right? She sits right here and she lies and says nobody was there to support her. Then she turns around and says, well, I didn't say that. Now listen to what she's saying, you guys. Then she's going to say she didn't say it. That's what I'm saying. People with mental health, you don't play around with. Listen.
Giving your commentary?
Yeah.
You were not at Shank's. You didn't even touch Shank's panel. The reason why Shank dropped her link. Listen, the reason why Shank dropped her link is because she was on the panel. And also, too, I was on the panel. He dropped both of our links. Just because he dropped TT's link has no reason for you to be mad.
No, y'all say little certain sly ass shit.
But what does that got to do?
I get mad about it.
So, I mean, you understand that we're grown women, right? You shouldn't be getting jealous of other women. But you shouldn't be getting jealous of other grown women. I'm not a babysitter, honey.
I'm not trying to say.
I'm not a babysitter, though.
I know what I'm trying to do with my community and what I do.
So why don't you go live so we can come and support you? Do we not drop your link? You drop your link.
Y'all did it before. I did it. Nobody came and supported me.
She said, you guys just heard, she said she dropped her link. She said she went live and nobody supported her. Do you know I was on there the whole entire time? She was nervous and scared, and I had to sit on her panel and tell her it was okay to go ahead and go live and go ahead and speak. She said nobody came and supported her. That's what she just said. Now she's going to say that she never said that. That's why when you're dealing with people with mental health and you don't know them, you don't play like that only for your personal benefit.
That's not true. When did we not come and support you? Are you talking about when you were talking about BS? Wasn't it like 4 in the morning?
No, it wasn't no 4 in the morning.
When did you go live on BS?
No, I didn't. I'm not talking about BS. I'm talking about when I went live about Cupcake.
You went live about Cupcake?
Yes, I did.
Didn't we tell you to get all the
there.
When didn't we tell you to get all the stuff and go live? Did you send me the link to share?
I went live, and see, that's the issue. Y'all are not like.
We were in the first live. That's not true.
You said
Let me see if you went live again on Cupcake, because we were all in the first live.
I went live.
Now, I'm telling her we were in that live with Cupcakes. Now, Cupcakes is not the Cupcakes here. Cupcakes is a little girl that was murdered, right? And we were telling her she wanted to do that story. We were encouraging her to do that story. We were all there. Now, she said that we never came and supported her. Now she's going to tell me that she never ever said that. What? She's going to say she never said that.
I went live one time on Cupcake.
Right, and we were all there.
Okay, but this is the thing. Everybody wanted me to go live now.
Yeah, but we were there. So why did you just lie and say we didn't show up?
The case is still open.
Right, but why did you just lie and say we didn't come over there and we were there?
I never lied.
You said we never showed up, and we were all there on your live with Cupcake. And I hit your link, and I said, you got this, Toya. You said, well, I'm not on my watch. Can you come up here because I'm nervous and I'm scared? And I hit your link, and I sat up there with you, and I said, you got this. I said, we all get nervous and everything. I said, you got this. So you telling me that I didn't hit your link and support you and tell you you got this?
Not what?
You did say.
You did.
Yeah, but you just said that we didn't support you.
But I did not expect, I don't want to argue.
Listen now, listen.
I do not.
But she's calling me.
You can't be mad and saying that I spend more time with them. And you're jealous about it. You can't say that.
She's telling me you do.
You do.
Toya.
You do. No, you do.
What I do not.
No, Toya, listen.
You know that we all are all in the same chat, right? And all you have to do is click in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you do know that I don't call these ladies on their home phone. So how am I spending more time with them and we're all in the same chat?
Yes, I have a problem with that. I have a great issue with that.
You have a great issue with what?
Being cussed out today. Because...
So you didn't think that you were trying to play in my face?
So, we have supported this woman. Okay, we've supported her. We've supported her platform. We've dropped her channel. This lady has been calling me at night for years, okay? I didn't even know this woman from a can of paint, and I knew that there was something wrong and she needed somebody to talk to. So I would just talk to this lady, at night because I knew she was going through something. And she had these other ladies to call. So why would you play around with that lady and take that from her, and you know that you, Trey, would just want to play in this lady's face? You're not going to talk to this lady, at night and help this woman out. So she played, so I had to tell her a couple of things or two about herself today. Well, it wasn't today. That was like the same day. But listen to what she says, okay? Like, we're adults, okay? I shouldn't have to be babysitting and treating you like a kid, and you're telling me I should only be talking to you and only you and nobody else, and everyone else, should just get a back seat. Then she starts blaming, Toya. She starts blaming not Transparent Talk, TT and Sarah and Burp and all them because I'm giving them time and not her, she felt. But this lady calls every night.
And you didn't think that you made a live and put my name in it and put Trey's in it?
Okay,
so why would you do that?
Listen, wait a minute, hold on. apologist, I needed to make a live and apologize to people.
Yeah, but who told you that?
Because okay, but I got the shit.
Yeah, but who told you that?
I'm telling this girl, please don't make a live and apologize to me, right? Because Trey first tried to get me and Coolin to go at it. I settled that. I thought we did a live. It was over and done with, right? And it's like, here she goes making lives and doing apology videos and doing apology. And I told her, please don't do that because you're getting stuff started. I really don't want to just completely quit messing with you, because if I block my number and I block her, I had to block her out of the chat. And I had, if I have to block her number, then I will. I'm still trying to be like, hey, chill out. This lady is going, she will hit a live, right? She goes live and she starts talking about VS and tags VS in it and starts going off on her for no reason. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then she's like, I'm going to hit her link. That's what I say when people have mental illness. You don't play around with that. And we have to tell her, don't hit VS's link or don't hit this person's link or please don't. Or we'll tell her, you should take that down, because she'll just go and get an episode and she'll start writing stuff on a timeline in an episode and she'll start doing that for no reason. So if you want to play with this girl's head as a joke for you, it's not a joke. And she's went through it. And I've told many a times this lady is going through a lot. And you should not be playing with this lady's head like this. She's got this lady, thinking a lot of stuff and taking this woman back to where she was. And she's starting to talk about, stuff that is scary, doing stuff to herself. And she no longer has a support team because she's dogged it out. Now she's going to start blaming that. This is not a funny thing, Trey, for your own personal gain to play with this woman's head, and you're a professional. I didn't even know this lady, and I let this lady allow to call me at night and talk to me for months because she wanted somebody to talk to. Let's go.
Hold on. Didn't I tell you I don't want you to apologize to me? How many times did I say do not go live?
After I made the apology.
I didn't even know that you were doing it.
Wait a minute. I'm finna pull this shit up. Real talk.
But didn't I tell you don't go live?
No. It was said after I already had made the...
Did I know that you were going live and doing an apology? And it wasn't an apology. You know what it said? It said, Trey Vlogs. You said Trey. Not on my watch.
No, I did not. No, ma'am.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, you didn't say that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I got a copy of your live, right?
I'm finna sit here and send it to you.
Okay, can you read it to me?
Okay.
Read both lives. What did it say? It said Trey.
This is the one that I sent to you.
Okay, can you read it?
I said something earlier during your live that I owe you a huge apology.
Okay, so I didn't see that. Now, what was the next one?
I take full responsibility for what I said.
Okay, but can you tell me the other live that you said, Trey, you said...
I ain't been on nobody else's live. I'm on watch.
But why did you...
This is the
That's kind of weird.
Get me and Trey into it.
This is the live I did.
But you...
Now, she goes and puts me and Trey, right after I had did my live and we settled it, she goes and she says, not on my watch. Trey is coming for you. And I'm like, what? Matter of fact, you know what? Let me show you guys, right? Hold on. Oops. So she's telling me she didn't do that, and she's starting stuff. And why would you do that when I had already went live and settled it? Like you, she says, oh, I did that as an apology, right? So if you do that as an apology and everything's all settled, she's doing that to, you shouldn't be starting like stuff like that. There's no reason for you to do that, because I have been sitting up here going to bat for you live for live and everything when, oops, I want to share this screen real quick because I just don't like the stuff, right? Listen, you guys, you see that? Oh, let me get this down. You guys see that right there? She says that she never put that up. And I've said, take that down because you want to look right here. Why would you make this live right here? Trey's calling you out, not on my watch. And everything is settled and situated on your end. Why would you go live? And why would you go? And I'm telling you, don't apologize to me. Don't go live. Just leave it alone. So at that point, I had to separate myself from her because she starts saying she never did that. So I had to separate myself. I can no longer babysit. I really can't. A grown woman. I've helped this lady for years. Listen.
Not on my watch. You said, Trey, you said he's coming for me or something. Why did you do that live?
I ain't did. This is me. I can screenshot it and send it to you.
But why did you do that, though? Why did you make that live, though? I don't get it.
This is what I said down on my watch. I don't know who did the other shit.
She says she doesn't know who did it, right? She said she doesn't know who did this. Trey calling you out, not on my watch, but she's the only one that did it. Nobody else did that. So, like when I say you play with people that has, issues and mental illness, you don't do stuff like that. She's the only one that made the title and everything because I was right there. Like, you don't do that. And that's why I say she's going through some stuff. Leave the lady alone, period.
So you saying somebody made your live? You didn't make that live?
This is what I did. Now watch. I'm going to screenshot it and send it to you right now.
Okay, so the live, so somebody got into your StreamYard and made a live and said, Trey is coming for not on my watch. And you added me. So you saying you didn't make that live?
I made a live. Not on my watch. I'm not lying.
But what I'm saying is you made that live, right? Or somebody else made the live?
I don't even see the live. That's what I'm saying.
She's saying she don't see the live, y'all. This is why when people have mental issues and they're off their medicine and they not taking their medicine and they're going through stuff. That's why you don't take them out of their zone like that. And we know this woman and we know about her and we protecting her. And that's why you don't go and disrupt stuff and do that type of thing to this woman, because this woman made this live. She made it specifically to start, beef when we've already squashed everything. So it's like she's telling me everything that this man is saying behind the scenes, and he's starting all this stuff, and Trey's telling her to do all these things and everything. And that's why I had to cut ties with her. I had to cut ties with this woman because we know that he runs plays, but to run plays and try to manipulate a woman that has mental issues, you don't do anything like that. You don't do nothing like that. And that's what I call being a straight predator. That's a straight predator when you're trying to manipulate a person with mental illness. And you knew that there was something wrong with her.
Screenshot it and show it to you. But the point is I told you I didn't need you to.
Now, this lady, you guys got to keep in mind, she's been over here with Watch Tribe and Vino Entertainment. She's been with us for months, and we do everything to try to protect her. And a lot of things that people don't know about her. That's why she's usually just in the chat. And when she goes live and press that button, we sit up there and we support her. We support her. And to turn around and play with her. There are some other things too that a lot of people don't know that she's been through. That's why you don't play with these people. I'm going to show you in about a minute.
Give me no apology. I said, don't give me no apology.
I didn't want an apology.
And don't go live. But you keep blaming it on TT.
No, now watch. You need to check CC now. Because they came at me hard as hell. I'm at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And they was, I said, well, I wouldn't do it on my page. And they was, TT said, no, you need to do it on Coolest page, because that's where it started and that's where it needs to end. Then all of a sudden, after I guess they started talking to you. But I said that I did the apology on my own freaking page.
Like, do y'all understand that I keep telling this lady, please do not do an apology. We already squashed everything when I went live. It's over and it's done with. Please don't do an apology. And then she's turning around and doing lives and stuff and putting me and other people in it. This is the community post. Let me see if it's still up there. Oh, I don't know what that one is. Oh, she's sat up there and she's deleted it, but I have it. And it's like, why would she do that? Just leave a lady alone.
Okay.
You need to take TT and Sarah.
So, okay, can you listen really quick? Didn't I tell you I don't need an apology, and don't give me an apology and don't go live?
Hold up, now I'm gonna watch. If you check me, you need to check them.
But why would you do that? And I told you I don't need no apology.
Okay, but listen, that's what I'm telling you. You need to check TT and Sarah, because they told me I need to make the apology.
And that wasn't true.
But listen to what I'm saying. I told you. Okay, you're just being really disrespectful now. I told you, do not go live. I don't need an apology. I said I do not need an apology.
You're missing the whole freaking point.
I'm missing the point.
TT and Sarah was the one that told me. I said, well, let me do it on Not on My Watch.
But I told you I didn't need it though. How come you're not addressing it? If I said, don't do it. Well, first of all, you should lower your voice because you're being really crazy.
TT and Sarah slide.
I let TT and Sarah slide.
Now, y'all got to remember now, she's talking from, you're letting TT and Sarah slide. She is thinking in a childlike, you know what I'm saying? You guys are all grown adults. All of you are all grown adults. You can't say, well, if you say something to me, you got to say something to them, and you're letting them slide and you're letting them do this. Like, you can't say that if we're all content creators and we all support each other, you know, and that's what we're doing. And you can't say you're letting people slide and things like that and saying that you only, you know, want to have communication with me and don't want me to have communication with other people. You just don't do that because you are a grown woman. You're not a child.
Yes, you're letting them slide.
But didn't they tell you to not do it, right? Well, I got messages that show they told you not to do it. So forget about it.
I promise to God on my dead daughter, on Ariel Javon Reed.
Don't say that.
Like, don't say that. I'm telling her, don't say that.
She said, I said, well, I will do it on my own page. She said, no, you need to do it on Cool.
But wait a minute. You said that she deleted him, right?
Exactly.
I didn't. You know how when you delete something, you get a message that's showing their deleted message.
Like, for real. That's what I be talking about.
See, what she didn't understand is that we have a whole nother chat, right? And in that chat, there were no messages that were deleted. I sat up there and went the whole thread because I'm the one that created it. And everyone that comes through, that was a whole totally different chat. And nothing was ever deleted out that chat. Nothing was deleted out that chat.
It's like they get a pass.
What do you mean nobody gets a pass? Y'all is grown women. I told you don't do it.
She said to me.
I didn't need an apology from you. Why did you do that when I told you don't?
Okay, because TT told me to do it.
So TT's your mother?
TT said do it.
She keeps blaming TT for this, and it's a back and forth thing because I'm trying to get her to understand that this is, we go through this every day. You know, I'm supposed to be starting this show, right? And it's a court show. This is every day with her. So it's always back and forth. And I just can't do it anymore. And then she starts trying to say she needs to get down here, you know, to Arizona. And I'm like, no, for what? You know, I've helped this lady for years and I think I've helped her enough. So she needs, you know, more help and everything. And she's going through a lot and people don't get it. Now, I don't know. Like I told her, take that stuff down and quit trying to cause issues and problems. Right here, I don't know if this has to do with it too, but, you know, she did a live. And this was a live at Shano's, right? So the live at Shano's, which people had kept pointing that out to me. And let's see. Saying that she's got like this 8-ball and stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I asked her, I said, are you on any type of like, you know, drugs or anything. And she's like, no. This was really, really weird. And I'm not going to play the whole entire thing, but let's go.
I don't stay in the shelter, bitch. Don't believe what you hear, bitch. I don't. I don't. I don't.
Bitch,
If I
let me tell
stayed in
you,
the shelter, bitch, it would have to be called the trunk shelter, bitch. Okay, I make 100K. Do you even know how much that is a week,
bitch,
bitch?
you don't
Do
even
you?
get
Do
no
you, bitch? You've never
money.
had a
Bitch,
job.
why you sit
I
on your
don't get no
platform and you
money.
begging for
I get
money?
money. When
Bitch,
the fuck I
one
ever
thing
begged
that
for
you're
money?
not
I
gonna
ain't never
do,
in my
wicked,
motherfucking life
let's
had to
play.
beg for money. I
You
got
wanna
out of
play?
jail
You
and
wanna
told
play
niggas I
woo?
needed money,
Bitch,
bitch, and
I
they
got
looked out because
I
I'm
got the
rich,
8 ball.
bitch. You got an 8 ball. Bitch, you better get the fuck off this line, bitch. We
Bitch,
don't sell
one thing
drugs over
I'm
here.
gonna say to
Fuck
you,
you mean?
one thing I'm gonna
We
say
don't
to
sell
you,
8 balls over here, bitch.
what,
Get the fuck off.
Oh my
bitch,
God.
your ass
Hey,
stay
motherfucking like
at a
goddamn
shelter.
coins to show
I
that
have
you
my
doing
own
better.
house. Bitch, you stay in a shelter. You fucking
I
a
stay
nigga
in a
that
shelter,
stay
bitch.
in
I
the
can take this
shelter.
camera on and make your
Y'all
heart
being
hurt, bitch.
everybody
No,
name.
bitch. I don't stay in the shelter, bitch. Don't believe what you hear, bitch. I don't. I don't. I don't.
Bitch,
If I
let me tell
stayed in a
you,
shelter, bitch, it would have to be called the trunk shelter, bitch. Okay, I make 100K. Do you even know how much that is a week, bitch?
bitch, you don't
Do
even
you?
get
Do
no
you, bitch? You've never
money.
had a
Bitch,
job.
why you sit
I
on your
don't get no
platform and you
money.
begging for
I get
money?
money. When
Bitch,
the fuck I
one
ever
thing
begged
that
for
you're
money?
not
I
gonna
ain't never
do,
in my
wicked,
motherfucking life
let's
had to
play.
beg for money. I
You
got out
wanna
of
play?
jail
You
and
wanna
told
play
niggas I
woo?
needed money,
Bitch,
bitch, and they looked out because
I
I'm
got the
rich,
8
bitch.
ball.
You
One thing we know is that you cannot mix that together with that. And I had not known about other previous issues because when people be like, oh, you're a dope head, you're a crackhead, you're do this, but don't nobody see, but they really quick to say that about you and that. But when she kept on, saying that, and I had asked her about that, and I said, if you got something going on, you need to get help, and you cannot mix that stuff. Like, it just was weird to just be so open and come out and say, yeah, I got an 8 ball. Look at Shano ass over there laughing and thinking that stuff is, kind of funny and stuff. That's not funny. So we already talking to her, trying to get her some assistance and everything so she can get back on her medication, so she can get help with her issue. And then they're playing with her and trolling with her again instead of trying to get the help that she needs. She needs some assistance. And now that she's done all that, he's over there playing with her mind and everything and not, helping her get on her medication and get cleaned up. And she's like, goes to counseling, and there's some stories that we know about. Now's not the time to play with this lady's life.
bitch, you've never had a job.
Bitch, why you sit
I
on your
don't get no
platform and you
money.
begging for
I get
money?
money. When
Bitch,
the fuck I
one
ever
thing
begged
that
for
you're
money?
not gonna
I ain't never in my
wicked,
motherfucking life
let's
had to
play.
beg for money. Motherfucking life ever said, bitch, I don't. I don't. I don't.
Bitch,
If
let
I
me tell
stayed in a
you,
shelter, bitch, it would have to be called the trunk
And then
shelter,
she
bitch.
sits up there and
Okay,
talks.
I make 100K. Do you even know how much that is?
We
a
know.
week?
bitch, you don't
Do
even
you?
get
Do
no
you, bitch? You've never
money.
had a
Bitch,
job.
why you sit
I
on your
don't get no
platform and you
money.
begging for
I get
money?
money.
Bitch,
When the fuck I
one
ever
thing
begged
that
for
you're
money?
not
I
gonna
ain't
do,
never in my
wicked,
motherfucking life
let's
had to
play.
beg for money. I
You
got out
wanna
of
play?
jail
You
and
wanna
told
play
niggas I
woo?
needed money,
Bitch,
bitch, and they looked out because
I
I'm
got the
rich,
8
bitch.
ball.
You got an 8 ball, bitch. You better get the fuck off this line, bitch. We
Bitch,
don't sell
one thing
drugs over
I'm
here.
gonna say to
Fuck
you,
you mean?
one thing I'm gonna
We
say
don't
to
sell
you,
8 balls over here, bitch.
what
Get the fuck off.
Oh my.
That's not anything that's funny. That's not anything that's hilarious. That's not anything that's extremely serious. And when that's done with the type of medication that she's on, we were supporting her in a supportive way to take her away of what we were doing and getting this woman back on her medication and back on her assistance for you to do and stop that. That was a very terrible thing to do. And I've got to look into that because, yeah, she's like dangerous right now. And she can really do something and not only just hurt herself. And you think this, if you're not over there trying to get this woman some type of help, get her back on her medication, her support system that she had is gone because they feel that, of course, she can no longer be trusted. It's not funny anymore, and you're responsible because I told you this woman had some serious problems and some serious issues, and we were trying to help this woman get through. I'm just sickened. And I told her, take that stuff down, get some help. This dude is not going to help her. He's just going to play with things right now with her. And it's way past beyond a lot of stuff. And this is another big, huge thing too. Right now, this woman is going through a lot as well. Not just only that, but emotionally and physically abuse. And you have no idea what's going on, and you've just put this woman in worse danger. And for you to say that I'm lying about that stuff, I'm not lying about what this woman is going through. You see this? You see this, the danger you put this woman in now? You think that that's a joke? We were helping this woman through all that. And now she's in more danger because you wanted to use this woman and play games and not know what she's going through. And we told you to leave this woman alone. Now, we're trying to contact still some people so this lady can get some help. Now this lady, you done told her that you're going to do this for her and that for her. And she's like, I'm in love and, I'm this and I'm that. Like you're playing with that woman and you're playing with that lady's head. And that lady's in serious danger. And that could be blood on your hands. You have no idea what's going on. No idea. That's why she was calling us every day, calling Perp every day, calling TT every day, calling everyone. You just wanted to run plays with this lady. After I specifically said, you guys, I said, look, I can show it. I asked them, leave the lady alone. Leave the lady alone. I'm sitting up there. I'm responsible for what comes out of my mouth. He decides to play with this lady's life. You have no idea what's going on with this lady unless you're going to get her into a place where this woman is safe. Look Like, I'm responsible for what comes out of my mouth. To leave the lady alone. This is what he says, right? Look, I'm not a leader. I said we are a team. Do not involve my mods in what you got going on. He's steady telling me she's a grown woman. She can do what she wants. She's a grown woman, but he has no idea what's really going on with this lady. That's why we protected her. We protected her for a reason. And you think you want to play with people's lives? And anything happened to this woman, it's on your hands. And what's so sad about it is your wife is in psychology, and she's a psychologist. So you know somebody with mental illness, and you play with their head like that. She believes anything. It's sad, you guys. It's really, really sad. And I just don't even really, there's so much, you guys. It's so much more.
I know, but
She's talking about her dead daughter, and I said, stop saying that. Stop talking about that. This is every day I go through with this lady. Get on. You need some help. This is every day. Am I lying? TT, Vino, Sarah, this is every single day because I know that she's not stable. I know that. You heard us say at the beginning, years ago, she came to me. I didn't have no idea who this woman was, but I talked to this lady every day because she just needed somebody to talk to. How many people you know is just going to talk to a person every day for no reason because I knew she needed somebody to talk to? This lady needed help and somebody to talk to. She didn't need for you to run plays against her. And man, hopefully maybe you can be facing something because it's well documented.
Forget about what TT said. Look, this is the bottom line. The bottom line is you are upset and you saying you feel jealous because I give them more time.
Here we go again. This is every day. More time.
It's more time because all of us are a team together.
We are a team.
What?
You're the only one that has my number. You call me personally. When you're going through something, you need something, you call my son's telephone.
She started calling my son's phone every single night.
Behind the scenes.
So I had to stop.
I'm the only one got your number, now what?
They do not call me.
I said, am I the only one got your number?
You're the only one that has called me behind the scenes, is what I'm saying.
Like on my
Purpose
cell
never
phone.
called me behind the scenes. TT has never called me behind the scenes. I think Sarah called me one time on an emergency, but I never talked to any of them. So I try to give you extra time. So why is it that
Try to give her extra time?
Because I feel like that you and I we had a whole bond.
We do, but you do understand.
I had a bond with her.
Right? I am also on there. I also have a son's father. I also have a life as well. All you have to do is click in, right? All you got to do is click in when we are on a call. But you can't be saying, I'm extremely
click in. Click in when we're on a call.
Say that you were mad and
she's wrong with the point of the friendship.
All you had to do was go up there.
No, she's taking this from a friendship to calling me and saying this every day, all day.
Dropped your link. But you keep saying that.
I go through this every day, and I got to keep putting it in her head.
You're far behind, and you think that I favor TT more than anything.
Every day, you guys, every day.
You do understand that we are all grown-ups, right? There's no favoritism on anything. There's no favoritism on anything. We are grown-ups. There's no reason for you to be jealous about all the other ladies on the team. When you're the only one that calls me behind the scenes.
I respect that.
But you do understand that you can't be jealous. And
Here we go with the jealousy thing. Oh, what you guys aren't seeing is there's text messages going on, and I can't show the text message, so she's text messaging me at the same time this call's going on.
You need to do your content, and we will support you.
Okay, sis. Okay, I'm done with it. Okay.
You do understand that you're causing more problems than need be over your jealousy. Why do you feel that you have to have me?
Here we go again.
Only me to you.
I'm sorry, sis.
Like if we're in a relationship, you're making it seem like I'm your man or something.
I said I'm sorry, sis. I just want you to be right there when I do anything that happens. Please.
I have been there for you when you've needed me. But I can't have you saying, yeah, but you do understand that we're all a team, that
we're a
you can't
team.
Just have me and
yes, it's like an elementary conversation that I have with Noah.
I know.
That's awfully weird and creepy. Like Eminem's Stan. You understand that, right?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
Like, I can't just be like, oh, I only can mess with Toya.
I understand this.
Yeah, because remember, when I first met you, I was talking to you.
It sounds like over and over, but you have to keep doing this over and over because her mental does not get it.
Somebody to talk to,
and she's sending text messages at the same time she's having a conversation.
I was there for you, Toya.
I know. I'm sorry. Now, I promise you.
But you can't be dogging out your other teammates.
No, Harlem, what you don't understand, it's not a back and forth thing because she acts like she forgets or either she plays in our face. So she's texting as well. It's the back and forth, but this is what we do every day because she will call back. So if you don't tell her right there, she'll keep calling back and back and back and back and back. So you have to be repetitive with her to get it, or she will keep calling back to back to back to back. If she even go to calling my son, I finally had to tell my son and block his phone. Like, you just can't be calling my son in the middle of the night. Like, you don't do that.
Because you think they're getting too much time from me.
Right. This is not elementary.
I'm going to come spend a weekend with you. I'm in Arizona.
I'm coming up there to Arizona.
Now she's trying to say she wants to come to Arizona. Like, what? Now she wants to come to Arizona. Now I'm starting to get extremely uncomfortable. So forget the jealousy part. Now I'm getting uncomfortable, and she does not want me speaking to any of the other teammates. Now I'm very uncomfortable.
I had no idea who you were, but you told me that you had a stroke.
It goes
you
forward.
told me that you needed
So,
somebody to talk to.
anyway,
And I was
she
there
starts
for you, and I
trying to
didn't even know
force
it.
herself to get me to get her to come to Arizona. Now, this is
I was
years.
there for you, Toya.
I know, I'm sorry. Now what? I promise you.
But you can't be dogging out your other teammates because you think they're
And
getting
she starts dogging
too
out
much
the other
time
girls.
from me.
Okay, just tell me that you're gonna come spend a weekend with me.
I'm gonna come spend a weekend with you. I'm in Arizona.
I'm coming up there to Arizona.
Yeah, but you gotta understand
I know.
that
Stop speaking.
there's other people. We're a team. Like, what do you, like you saying, I thought you were gonna go spend the weekend with Perp.
I am. Well, we trying to figure out how to come see you.
Y'all trying to come see me. You do
This is
understand
crazy.
that the girls feel hurt.
Okay, I apologize to them.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm just one person.
Okay, let me say something.
Now listen close.
I love Sarah to death. And I know you have seen, like, I feel like that Sarah is always on my back. Anything that I say or do, you've seen it for yourself.
Girl, you be always on my back. That don't mean that she don't like you or anything. You are tripping. She's just trying to get you to do right, but you gotta admit, you be making some messed up mistakes. And I felt what you said about Cam, and you allowed Trey to tell you, oh, Toy, answer this, answer that. That's why I said, Trey, do not ask my mods any question that came out of my mouth. Don't question my mods. And you fell right into it, and you started saying, well, Cam said he was with her when she was 14, and Cam didn't say that.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I gotta
This is
think
weird.
you probably too, because the girl said around 10 years, and they were drunk.
I do truly apologize. I just heard what I said, what I heard, and that was wrong.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that he would appreciate that, because you got to think, Cam is like, whoa, like what?
Now we all know that she said about 10-year difference. So what she did is she started going behind the scenes and telling people that Cam said 14, and that never came out of his mouth. The lady said 10 years old. So I had to check her and go off on her about it. And she got mad, like, you just going around making up stuff. People could go to jail and get locked up for that. So then she decided to get with Trey and spin this narrative. And I'm saying that never came out of his mouth. Go back and look at it again. And she just keeps going and going and going. And this, I can't do it no more. Like, you don't do that. Listen, even these small ones, look, I'm pissed.
It's already done. You apologize. I need you to leave it alone. You've already lied on Cam. Cam never said he was with that girl at 14. Leave it alone. Leave that man alone. Leave the situation alone. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Are you serious?
Trey got you fucked up.
You hear
Trey
that?
got you saying this shit and doing this shit. Leave it the fuck alone. Trey is...
I talked to Trey, right? Then she showed me, she's recorded that and listened to the messages. And I'm like, she's going around saying that Cam said he did this and did that and did this, and trying to get an investigation open when she said it's 10 years, right? 10 years, right? She never said that. So when somebody has mental illness and you start manipulating the mind, and you start manipulating the mind of somebody that's going through mental illness and possibly drugs and everything, and trying to get cases open with them. You don't do that. So what he did was went and try to pick somebody with the weakest link and then went live and said, yeah, oh, didn't you say that? Antoy, he didn't say that. He didn't. You don't play with people's lives like that, because nobody's playing with his life with saying you're a grown man that's supposed to be an attorney and you're playing with this lady that has and suffering from mental illness. You don't do that. You just don't do stuff like that. Now this lady is just on her own and she's sending messages back and telling me what's being said and everything and what he wants her to do. He wants her to do some wild, sick stuff, and you don't prey on somebody that's going through that and try to get them to do something for you because you have a vendetta against somebody else. You leave that shit alone. That's none of your business. If you want to go after her, do it, but don't use somebody that's sick and mentally ill to do that. And I'm aware of all. Yeah, he's a married man. Yeah, he's a married man. He's using this woman with mental illness to do that stuff, and he don't care two shits about. He don't give two shits about Toya at all. He don't care about her. He's just trying to get information and trying to get her to do certain things, and she's already told me everything. I'm not gonna even play that or anything like that, but he's trying to get her to do some stuff. And he knows that he can get in trouble and go to jail for that. You know how Trey tries to manipulate everybody during the streets and make it say, yeah, you said that, huh? Say this. So he's making this girl in her mind say that she was there and Cam did this and he did this and he did that and he did this and he did that, which is not true. You just don't do that when somebody suffers from the stuff she suffers from. And this woman, and I don't want to say, but she's been going through getting physically abused and stuff like that. And I'm just going to have to say it because I need the truth to be out so she can get some help for years and years and years and years. And that's why I said he put this woman in harm's way. I really truly believe, because I know about the conversation she's had and years. I mean, look at, she's got a neck brace, blood, hospital. This is what happens to her constantly. And we had her somewhat safe for a moment, had this woman somewhat safe for a moment. And for your sexual sicko pleasure and play mind games and tell this lady that, you know, you're going to be with her and bring her out and do this stuff, and you know you're a married man and you know you want nothing to do with this lady. Hey, Rose, can you give my sticks out to my people, please? Because nobody has a stick because I don't know how to get it. So I don't understand. This lady, nobody knows a true story about her but me. Like I said, just TT, Perp, you know, been there for years going through the physical abuse for years, mental abuse, trying to get help, crying on the phone with her. You interfered in this lady's business and trying to take advantage of her and get her to do and say stuff because you think that it's cute. But all this stuff is documented. All of it. I just don't know what else to say. for somebody that thought it was funny, it was cute, there was plays being ran and this and that, and you don't know the truth. You don't know the truth. But one thing I do is I have you recorded because she sent it to me, and the stuff that you're saying to her and everything, and you don't do that. Lady needs help. Been almost 10 years in a mental and physical abusive relationship, not taking meds and everything, having to hide and go through things, and you think it's funny to take, TT and Perp and all them away her support system and turn her support system against her. They've been with her for years, helping her go through stuff, calling the police, getting her to safety, getting her into places to help her get off things. You weren't helping her. You've never helped this woman at all. It's these. These were the ones that were helping her and up crying with her every night through all this stuff. I mean, should be ashamed of yourself. Take advantage. Take advantage of somebody going through what they're going through. Should be ashamed of yourself. And you call yourself, oh, I'm so smart. I have degrees. I'm smart. I have degrees. I'm a very smart man. Well, guess what? You could possibly be losing it all behind what you've done. And there's a whole team that wants to save this woman. A whole team. They've been with this woman for, what you say, you guys, 3 years, and I've known this lady for 2. And like I said, she would call and have conversations. I didn't know this lady. Every night. Let me drop the link. Every night. This lady called me and I'll talk to her for no reason. That lady was calling you last night. You didn't even pick up for her. She starts blowing me up. Even after I've even cut off. Still answered for her. Because I know that she's came to points to where she said she didn't want to be here anymore. She said she didn't want to be here anymore, and you won't even pick up the telephone for her. You a sick motherfucker. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. You don't do stuff like that. I think this time you can mess with people on here, but to mess with people in the shape she's in, mental illness, you don't do that. Okay, hold on. Let me put my banner up, you guys. Harlem.
What's going on? How you doing?
TT.
Salute. Not on my watch.
What's up, TT?
Salute,
What's up, not on my
Hey.
watch?
How's it going?
It's going. Hey, listen, this is pretty interesting. I do have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So, like, with knowing that she's knowing that she's mentally challenged, she don't get a pass for that. Like, you're not gonna give her a pass just due to the fact that you know that she's going through things mentally, or no?
Okay, it's not the past. What happened was she put me into a lot of very, very bad situations that spilled over into real life, right? So what happens right now is she says that she's with Trey and they're in a relationship and everything right now. So she can get a pass to anything, but I don't want to be involved in anything of what she got going on because he's lying to her. And I said, don't lie to this woman. So you have to keep in mind, for years, I've been talking to this woman on the phone, and she's put me through so much. And I've tried to help and protect this woman with the rest of these ladies, and she's done some terrible things. I haven't gotten into what she did, but it's bad. She's starting to put my real life at risk.
Because at a certain point, I'm sorry to cut you off, but at a certain point, I know you sat back and said, I'm not a professional. You know what I mean? Not in this craft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a professional. Let me take a few steps back. You never thought about that? Like, let me lay off of this.
Right. Harlem, I might have to talk to you because it's just not okay. Just think about this, right? Say you know some stuff and you try to get a person some help, right? But you know what's going on in their real life and you try to help them and help them. Then it gets to a point to where I don't want any blood on my hands. And if something happens to this woman, I've done everything I can. I don't want to be in the middle of she in a whole Alabama, right? I'm in Arizona. So when it gets to a point where somebody's playing with your head like him and it gets to a situation to where I don't want to have that on my hands, right? I don't want to be answering any questions if something happens. And she's made her choice and she said that she doesn't want to be, with her team anymore. And he's messed her up like that. And it's time for me to step away. We've been having this woman's back for years.
Well, not to just tap in real quick. Hold on.
Harlem always got some old extra shit. Come on, Harlem. Let's go. Go ahead, Harlem.
Yeah, he said, hold on.
Oh, Harlem gonna always have. See, Harlem doesn't understand. I went through it, and I'm done because she thinks that she is in a relationship with somebody that's playing mind games with her, and I'm not gonna go back and forth. I already did a live about that.
See, I thought this was all a joke a few days ago. I don't even know. Melanated was there. Me, Pert, we was all there. We was laughing. And, it was like, you holding and going with this man and all that stuff. Like, we was seriously joking. And it turned serious real quick. And I didn't know, because we kept asking her, are you talking to him behind the scenes? Da, da, da. And she was like, no. But come to find out, she has been this whole time. And now he's inside her head. And he's got her going on other people's panels saying incriminating stuff to people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
it's real crazy, like what's going on. But I just tried to be a support system to her. I'm not here to judge anybody on their mental illness or whatever, because it's very common in our country. But I just know that if somebody can allow man to come and manipulate your mind, like to the point where you turning on your own people, you thinking negatively about the people that been there for you, then she wasn't never really a friend anyway. And you have to be able to take corrective criticism.
Right.
And redirect that, because this is an app and you get judged on here every single day for the littlest thing. They right or wrong, anything that you say can be used against you. So he's wrong in his position to be of sound mind and everything and playing them type of games. Like,
playing type, and you supposed
he
to be
don't know how bad it's
attorney,
right?
And you're playing YouTube games with somebody that is mentally got issues. You don't do that.
He has a very strong dislike for Cam. He's made that very clear. Am I static and not on my watch?
A little bit better.
No, you sound great.
Okay. So yeah, he's made it clear that he has a
It's
very
staticking. Well,
strong.
then you go on. Then you got to go on mute. Is that you, Harlem? Oh, that was Harlem. Go ahead.
I was on mute the whole time, but I could be staticking, am I?
I don't hear it.
Oh, well, go ahead. TT, what were you saying?
I said, yeah, he's made it very clear that he got a strong dislike or whatever it is, whatever you want to call that,
For Cam, right.
distaste for him or whatever. And that's on you. That's his issue. That he
Right.
shouldn't be pulling her
Other
into that.
people into it. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
pull her into that and make her
Cause
say that type of stuff.
when I heard it, I
That's a
was at
serious
Broadway.
accusation.
I was over at Broadway's and I came and it was like, where y'all at? And I thought people was in the bushes or whatever. And she was like, I just came off a cooling panel. I said, what? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, what y'all over there talking about? She was like, Cam and all this. I said, oh my gosh. Like, I immediately was like, yeah, he was calling me up to the panel. That's a setup. You know what I'm saying? That's a
You
Yeah,
setup.
and
knew
you
it was a
also
Ain't nothing
told
up
her,
disaster, huh?
there.
she said 14. That's not what was ever said. The lady
Right.
said like 10 years, but he said, I heard it come out of Cam's mouth. I went back and I showed her 357s live and I said, you went and did all that. And now you see it never came out. So for him to go around and rally people and use somebody like her to do that, that's why I said keep my mods out of whatever you got going on. You want to go after Cam, you go after Cam yourself, but keep my mods up out of it. And now
Right.
look what situation she's in. But like I said, all this is documented. And
Mm.
with she's got disability, she's disabled, and the Adult Protective Services is going to be looking into stuff like that because she's at a point where one wrong move or one anything that could happen, she could try to end it. She's talked to me before about it. I've sat on the phone with her for hours. Like, life is worth living.
But listen, let me just clarify this. None of my watch was so upset because she went live earlier that day to, get cooling and all them over there to debunk whatever. So when all this was said had went down, I was like appalled. I was like, I can't believe they actually went live and they were dragging None of my watch behind it. Something this guy chose to do. And like as you said, you're just making sure that your people don't get drugged in nobody else's mess. And he was like, so what? She's grown. She's grown. Okay, but you don't know her mental state. So yes,
You
she's
don't
grown
know
and
the middle
she
state, right? I don't care
she
how
she is
grown she is.
grown. He's right about that. She is a grown woman. She's a grown woman with kids and everything, but still it's just the point of the matter. She feels like you really like her because of what you're telling her. So she thinks that she's appeasing you by doing something crazy to somebody else because that's what you're asking her to do. And
Right.
you're having her vouch for something about Cam and all the punch gang is over there. So what if they all would have started attacking her
Or
based
dragging
off
her
of
or hit the paddle and started
right?
dragging her. He was
We're
not
not
going to
nowhere
protect
around
her.
I do
hell.
have a question if y'all don't mind.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Harlem.
My question is, does she have receipts? And no, I'm just asking a legitimate question. Does she have receipts on him in reference to like trying to persuade her into liking him and stuff like that, or is
Yes.
she just saying that?
Well, no, not liking him. Well, yeah, that too. She does have receipts and recordings of
Yeah,
him trying to manipulate her and everything, as far as the ladies and the girls too, with listening in on the type of stuff that he's trying to get her to do and say.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Cause hard when we was having a benefit for Perp on her son's birthday, and she was out feeding the homeless, and he came in there trolling, talking about I'm just looking for Toya, and now my watch was very upset that he did that while we were trying to, we were handling a benefit for homeless people, and it was something very special to Perp, and that wasn't the time to be coming in there playing and trolling and stuff. So he's been after Toy, and he senses the vulnerability or whatnot in her. That's why she's being targeted, because he don't pull that with me.
Oh hell no, just shoot. And you know he don't pull that with me. Wait a minute. He tried to pull that with TT. TT get on his ass real quick. He know TT
Yeah,
see
I'd be
don't
like,
want,
get your
he
married
can't do
ass
that to
out of
her.
here. Right.
He can't do that to
Oh, you
TT.
mean like on some smooth operator type shit?
He can't do
Yeah.
that to Sarah. So what he does is he preys on, you know, uh her disability,
Yeah, because she's
and
somebody
he
who's so
played
used to
on
being
her.
mistreated. She's somebody who's so used to being mistreated throughout her life. Somebody with the giving her the small little attention or showing her act of kindness, she'll cling to him, and he knows that.
I
Yeah.
So
had to
this is
learn that.
why
I had
he
to
in this
learn that the hard way
situation.
on this app too. So I mean, I get where he's coming from, you know. But me, I was told by
Yeah, where
another
who's coming from?
content creator. I was told by another content creator and another mod, like you want to be careful, you know, even saying too much to her in the chat. It was a certain individual or whatever, and they warned me about it. They was like, you know, take it easy because this person, you know, would take it too far. So I understand, but he monopolized doing that, and she has receipts. That's wrong.
Exactly, Harlem. And I'm just like, damn, it's all she got mad because we was at Shakes, and I got up on the panel and I was, adding to the commentary or whatever the topic was, and she said, "Not on my watch. You told them to drop TT's link." I mean, why are we hating on each other? We part of the same team. At the end
Yeah,
of the day, any when if you came onto my channel, I'd be like, drop the link. Make
and
sure that
I've
the link is
asked
getting dropped.
him to drop the link, and you
Yeah,
said
it's
you
Salute,
called
won't
Rose.
do it.
Salute,
networking. You
salute,
know what I'm
Rose.
saying? It's
Word.
called networking. Why would you hate on that?
Yeah, you don't get upset if your team is networking, and she was upset because I asked Shake to drop TT's link because we were on his panel giving commentary on the panel, and she got really upset about that. But when she goes live, I sit on her panel because she's very nervous and very scared, and I sit on her panel when she goes live to try to support her. And you heard what she said, she calls me behind the scenes. I tried to talk to her. Didn't know this woman from the Man of the Moon. She asked if I could be somebody to talk to her. I knew
Yeah.
something was wrong with her, and I did it. But for him
It
to
draws
come
some
and
concern
manipulate
though.
and take that away,
Not on my watch. It does draw some concern when you played that back, and she said she was considering coming over here. I was like, whoa, you know,
well,
that means
you know what?
she's becoming too familiar with you.
You listen. It's funny you said that, right? Because when she said, "I want to come to Arizona and keep trying to, come," and she's not only clingy, and that's why I said what he did. It's time for me to go ahead and just cut it off because I can't keep doing this every single day with this lady. It's the same thing, and she doesn't want me talking and helping anybody else out in our team.
I mean, you know what? In all due respect, some people grow closer to other people than that person's grown closer to them. So it can,
Right.
if it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's hard having these type of relationships and quote unquote friendships off of an app, because everybody ain't who they say they are. You just
But
don't
you
know what
know,
everybody's
TT
mental
Love,
state really is, and
I didn't know her. She
right.
came to my live and she was like, I just had a stroke and I have nobody to talk to, and people are being mean to me. And then come to find out she never had a stroke.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. We know the backstory. We know the history to her, and I'm not trying to get up here
Yeah,
and drag her or anything or say anything negative. I just know
right,
she's dealt with a lot, and so you know what I mean. When you got people who constantly, um, you see them constantly up on panels arguing, screaming, scratching, you know what I'm saying. That's their
right.
everyday. You know what I mean? And you're like, calm down. Is there can you find any type of happiness? In your life,
Yeah.
like that's a concern, and it's always something with her, and Trey frauds. He is playing on the whole situation, and it's not right. That's just how I feel.
I just feel like,
Right.
she needs to be and this is a key vital point that I think needs to be implemented when you talk to her. It's like, all is under the bridge. Everything's okay. Everything's going to be okay. But on the same token, you, not on my watch, have to know what you're dealing with, right? When you're talking to this lady. In fact, I know you know what you're dealing with.
I
And
know what I'm dealing with. That's why, see, Harlem, you don't understand, love, is what I'm saying is I've been dealing with this lady for years, and that's why when Trey did that,
but
and I
that's
told
by
you,
choice, not by
but listen,
force.
I know,
This is by choice.
but listen, Harlem, when I had said, Trey, you don't know who you're dealing with, so leave this lady alone because you don't know anything about this lady. And when he did what he did, I had to step away. So we no longer have to worry about me conversating with her anymore. I just hope that she gets the help and before it's too late. And now, since he did what he did, it's not his responsibility, but he did that to that woman and messed her up and put that in her head because
Correct. So don't really hold her accountable for that when you know that
I didn't
she's
hold,
going
I'm
through
holding
something
him
mentally,
accountable.
and she could be easily manipulated. And I think
Yes,
right
that's what
now,
he
not on
did.
my watch would be the worst time to make her feel like she's not a part of the team, because she needs right now to feel a part of something.
No, Harlem, you don't understand. You don't know there's a lot of back. I'm not going to talk about it and show the stuff
Yeah,
here.
you did say you need to talk to me. Never mind. You did say that.
Yeah, I need to talk. Yeah, I can tell you about
Yeah,
it,
Harlem, let
but
her
not here.
tell you that privately, because
Yeah,
it
it's
definitely is a
privately.
lot. It's
Yeah,
definitely a
It's
that's why
lot.
I dropped the mic on it, because I know
And
yeah.
certain questions that I would
and
ask.
I
It would
respect you,
have to
Harlem.
I
be,
have to walk away because
I do
I
respect
could
you though,
be,
Harlem, for that saying that. That
yeah,
was definitely
under
peace.
some type of investigation and people questioning me. Like I said, I've held this lady down for years. We all have, all the ladies in here, and she made her choice and she was manipulated. I asked him not to do that. So there's other people that like I said, um, adult protective services and stuff and different services because at the level that she's at, she's at a very high level to where I'll have to talk about it, but I just won't show and do anything like that just in case if, you can't do that.
well,
So
I'm gonna
it's,
say this: if anybody on this app, after stating what you've stated and putting out what you put out, if they take somebody serious that is going through a situation like this, that's on them. It's already out that she's going through a lot. So if you believe, or you take her word as credible, that's on you. That means you're just as, God forgive me, but that means you need some help just as much as she does, because you have to take in consideration of whom you're speaking to and whom you're having a conversation with.
right. That's why told him to leave that woman alone because you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. And now, uh, I can't no longer. That's why I said drop the mic because there's so much more that you we can't talk about right here.
But preying on the mentally ill, that's 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 definitely
Preying
an
on the
all-time low.
mentally ill is
It's an
actually a
all-time low.
crime. It's an all-time low for your fun to troll with and do that type of stuff. And your wife is in that field. So how would your wife feel if you know that you've preyed on a mentally ill woman on the internet and said all this stuff and have her in a dangerous position right now? That's
and
messed
and,
up.
and and he needs to be careful. I'm not even gonna mention his name, but he needs to be careful because his level of where he's at and his credentials and different things like that, and
Yeah,
you're going way
yeah,
down to someone that's mentally challenged and that's going through something. That says, number one, it says a lot about your character. Number two, it says that you prey on the weak. Number three, you can't be
yeah,
trusted.
yeah. I agree.
I agree, Harlem. Cause
Because
now I'm gonna
if
watch
you
out
would
for
do that to the
Griffin.
mental, if you would do that to
You
someone
hear that?
that made you perfectly aware that this person is mentally challenged in more than one way, and you continue doing what you're doing, right? So you're
Yeah,
perfectly aware of it, and you have all your faculties. You even have degrees.
yeah.
So
He's
you
perfectly
know what I
aware
mean.
of
So that right there says a lot about a person's character. But
it.
but I haven't seen the receipts yet. I haven't, but we will
Right.
speak, behind the scenes stuff like that or whatever. We'll chop it up. But I really I know uh uh his educational level, and I know where he's at. I know his capabilities. I know how he articulates himself. I've been on panels with this gentleman, so you know what I mean. I know he's not a terrible person since the last time I spoke to him. You know what I
Man.
mean? Not like terrible.
So if
He
you
articulates
already
himself
know,
very well, but you have to pay close attention to what he's saying and how he's saying it.
Harlem, if you know somebody is going through this and it's been explained to you, it's been told to you, and you're like, oh, she's a big girl, she's a grown up, but you're telling this person, yes, but she's got challenges and she's this, that, and you're aware of that, and you use that to play on that and troll that person for your own personal gain, that is something you don't do.
No, you don't do that. No,
I
no,
agree.
no, because you're looked at as weak. You don't get applause for that. Standing ovations for that. You get looked down upon for that. You're preying on the weak. That's like taking a man that doesn't have any hands taking his candy. That's just a little bit too easy. You know what I mean? It's just you're preying on the ultimate weak, and it's been brought to his attention of her stability. So from there on out, it was his choice. Correct?
Yes.
Mhm.
And he knew everything, yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget, he is a doxer, so I was even telling her, don't give out your telephone number, to a doxer so he knows every single thing this person has been through in every place she's been in.
Well,
Knows she's through counseling, knows she's supposed to be on Medicaid, knows all this stuff. I've explained it. And he, you know what he did? He tried to tell her and turn it into, well, oh, none of I said this about you. She said that you're
Mhm.
messed up, you're got mentally problems and all that, and try to make it seem like I was talking down on her and we have done nothing but protect her. And he used that to try to turn this person against all of us.
Right.
well, let me
Stop
let me
recording.
drop this. Let me drop this. One thing I can say about the gentleman that we're speaking of, which I won't say his name, but the gentleman that we're speaking of is the last time I've been in the sector and been involved and stuff like that. You
Uh-huh.
had to come for him or mention his name for him to go through all of that. Like you had to say his name and make him a subject. You know what I'm saying? Then he'll dox you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're mentioning his name and stuff like that.
Well, that
But
was
then you have
before.
other type of doxers that would dox you just because you're up there or
Uh-huh.
just because you're getting a certain amount of attention. See, no, he's the type that he'll dox you, yeah, if you come for him, if you keep talking about him, if you know what I mean, then yeah, he
You
going, you know what
haven't
I'm
been
saying?
around. Yeah, you haven't been around. Yeah. It's just basically like this lady needs help right now. and it's very sad. Like she called screaming at me. Well, he said this, he said that. I said, well, where's the receipts? Because I've showed you all of them, and then come bring in receipts. So it's like, yeah, I just hope that she
What
gets
I try
help
to tell people on
for
this
her.
app, what I try to tell people on this app, they talked about Jesus. What makes
Yeah,
you special? What makes you feel like you can't be talked about? That's what I always say. If they talked about God and they talked bad about, all of these different things that were brought to us, higher beings, what makes you special? What makes you feel like you can't be talked about? You understand what I'm
right,
saying? You know what I'm saying? I understand dropping your name. I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? But having a
right,
conversation about you, sure. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
I won't say your name. You know what I'm saying? Because I got respect for you like that. And the last
right.
time me and him spoke, it wasn't no smoke. We was cool. He's from New York. I'm from New York. We always had that rapport. You know what I'm saying? But he's strategic about the way he does things. You know what I'm saying? He's very strategic and he's smart. I give him that. He's very intelligent. Which
Right.
finds
So if
that's why I
somebody's
asked.
intelligent
That's
like
why I
that, should
asked,
be
does she
fooling with
have
somebody like
receipts?
that. Yeah, got a lot of receipts and everything. So do you think that knowing what this woman is going through, her mental state, that somebody that is a attorney should be playing around with someone in her state of mind,
Well, you have to understand. See, now
patrol?
that you mentioned, hold on. Now that you mentioned an attorney, attorneys do that all the time. They put people on the stand that are mentally challenged all the time. All the time. That holds
Harlem,
no weight.
we're not
I'm
on
just being
stand.
honest. I'm
He's
just being
trolling
honest.
a person that is in a total state of mind. We're not on the stand. Do you understand? This woman is in danger. What is wrong? I let me be quiet. We're not talking about the stand. We're talking about. I have the receipt, so we're not
I know,
talking
but
about this
I'm
Well,
speaking
woman.
first and
from the
foremost,
way he's looking
let
at
me
it
just interject real quick, and then I'm
from
gonna
his
jump
legal.
down.
Okay,
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
Harlem.
No, I'm just saying.
Let me
I'm
just
looking at it
interject
from the
real
way
quick.
he's gonna bring it to you. Like from the way he's gonna bring
Oh,
it
he's
to you.
not gonna bring it to me. He's gonna have to bring it to.
No, I'm not saying like that. I don't
Right.
mean like bring it to you like that. I mean like his way, that the way he's gonna explain it away is like,
Uh-huh.
look, you know, we have people. You said lawyer, so boom, we have people on the stand that are mentally challenged all the time. They get questioned. Just because they're mentally challenged doesn't mean that they don't get questioned. If you were there, let's just say you were there at the scene, you're mentally challenged. They even want to hear from them too. You know what I'm
No,
saying? So
yeah, I understand what you're saying, but he's
that's
not
what that's
questioning.
what that's what I meant. I didn't mean no
No, he's
malice
not
behind it.
questioning this girl. He's
Uh,
playing with this girl to get her to say and do certain
I
things
just,
because she's weak.
I think that particular subject that they were discussing over there shouldn't. You could give your opinion. Anybody can give an opinion. That's your God given right. But
Yeah,
when it's something as sensitive as that that topic specifically, I don't think he knew that we weren't talking about that. That's not our business, and she don't know the ins and outs of that story. She knows what was said and what was some, you know what I'm saying. She knows like through rumors. She knows what was said. So to question her about it as if she know for a fact and this that and other, that wasn't right. That was implementing her in something, and the vulnerable state that she is in, thinking that he likes her. That's when it became wrong.
yeah, to use that to
Like,
that
oh, he likes me. Let me go up here and impress him and say what I think he want me to say or what he want to hear. That type of situation.
and she ended up getting caught up in
Yeah.
the
So I get what you're saying, Harlem. That's his, because when we were going to do the court thing, we was like, he's going to be the perfect prosecuting attorney and all that. We can use him for that. But no, every situation don't require that. Like, especially when you're up there talking about something as sensitive as that. That topic was
and I think if he's smart enough,
very
what I
controversial.
would do is his wife is uh in psychology. So if he's smart enough, he would, before anything happens, he would get his wife's advice and both try to help her, since she's got a degree in it. That, for what he did, that would be a smart enough thing, is to try to help that woman.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just have to sit back and watch and see what happens with that. But um, I wish her the best. I really do.
I do too.
And I hate that she took my kindness as something other than what it was. Seriously, because I was just trying to be helpful and
But you're good.
look
You've
out.
been helping her for what, 3 years? And been
Yeah,
trying to, we've been trying to keep her kind of safe for 3 years, and
yeah, and I can't babysit a grown up. I can't. She's gonna do what she want to do. So only thing I can do is give her advice, and if she doesn't accept advice or want to hear it, then that's on her. But again, like I said, I thought it was just all a joke. I didn't know it was gonna turn as serious as it did that quickly. And that's what's mind blowing to me. So I was really just taken aback by the whole thing. Like, what? You really think that this is real? But I don't know. But salute, not on my watch. Salute Harlem. I'm about to jump down.
salute. And
Thank
girl, I'm
y'all.
so darn tired and sleepy and need to get me some sleep, because getting all that and hearing all that yesterday, girl, I'm getting me some sleep. I'm going to sleep for about 10 hours today. I'm going to get my sleep on. Hey, Miss Red.
Yeah, well, you get as
Melanated
much sleep
Salute.
as you can. But yeah, everybody have a good night.
All right, love. I'll talk to you later on.
All right. Good night.
Did I can't see. Did Rose give out wrenches down there? Cause I can't see. What's going
Yeah,
on?
he did. He did.
Oh,
He,
he
he
did.
handed out some wrenches. He handed out some.
For some reason, I cannot hand out any wrenches. But Harlem, did you want to make any last what you call it? Because I'm gonna shut it down, love. Did you want to make any last? Uh,
Absolutely. I just want to say that, when it comes to the mentally ill, us as a sector need to not take it so serious. And even when she went over there to say that about another individual, even that shouldn't be taken serious, because we all know what she's going through mentally and what she has gone through physically in the past. So let's go ahead and try to have a little bit of empathy, maybe not sympathy, but empathy, and just
right.
understand what we're dealing with. Let's not try to take it so serious. We know what we're dealing with. We know the mental capacity of the person that we're speaking of. So let's go ahead and remember that. So I just wanted to drop that, and I want to tell everybody
Thank
have a
you.
great night.
Thank you, Harlem. Thank you. Thank you,
Absolutely.
love. And anybody else have anything to say? I'm gonna drop the link one more time. And I'm taking my ass to bed. But I had to go ahead. Well, she says that it's said that we're not dragging you in any way. It's just a concern. So I'm sorry that you feel that way. I think that we've all been here for you, and if you feel that way, then I'm sorry. I apologize, but we're not in here calling you any bees or hoes or dragging you in any type of way. I wouldn't do that. The conversations that we had yesterday and the things that were said, and I really wish you the best. I really do wish you the best. Anybody else want to hit the link? If you do, you're more than welcome. I think that we've all been here for you, and we care for you, and we were there no matter what time you called, and we just hope that We just hope that you seek the help that you need. And like I said, we're not bashing you in any kind of way or calling you out your name, but we really, really wish you the best. That's really interesting that you say why speak to you at all, because if you're calling us every day and you're calling our telephones every day, Toya, and you're giving us a call, thank you, Perp, and you're calling us every day with all your problems and issues, and we're concerned about it, I think that we have the right, because you got to remember that you guys are going live and speaking whatever. You didn't have a problem when I went live the other day defending you, and been defending you for years and defending you for weeks. So you can't say that we can speak about anything. You can't say that, because when it's only convenient for you, because we've been sitting up there, Toya, talking to you every day, defending you, and we have a right to. You don't get to pick and choose. You can't be like, well, I need you guys to say this and go live about this and go live about that, and then when we're concerned about you, you just can't do that. So, I mean, hey, I understand what you're going through, but you're calling me, you're calling us every day. You have to think about that. Every day, all times of the hours, even including calling my son, and even sending us messages and things like that. But I wish you the best. I really do.